back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman from our studios at the garden level of the Holman House. We are coming to you with some really important news, however, in a great circumstance. We have with us right now David Washburn, who's the Executive Director of the Michigan State University Foundation, and Jeffrey Wesley. He's the Executive Director of Cedar Ventures. And let's find out what those are. First of all, gentlemen, welcome to the show. It's great to have you here. David, let's start with you. Tell everybody a little bit about the MSU Foundation.
Thanks very much. The MSU Foundation was created in 1973 by Dr. Clifton Wharton. In the early days, we were involved in helping MSU raise dollars to support programs on campus. Today, we're a research foundation focused on helping MSU achieve preeminence in areas of technology commercialization, specifically around spinning new technologies out of the university, launching new startup companies around those technologies, and creating an environment for these companies to thrive in mid-Michigan. So that's it at a very, very high level.
Yeah, well, so it's incredible stuff. You're actually planting seed money, and we know how important tech transfer is out of one of our research universities like MSU. Jeff, let's talk a little bit about Cedar Ventures.
Sure. First of all, it's just great to be here with you and your audience today, Chris, so I really appreciate it. When you look at the startup ecosystem, that's really the role I play as executive director, really supporting three entities in my role. There's Spartan Innovations, which is the venture creation arm. There's Cedar Ventures that has two investment funds for early stage investment. And there's Michigan Rise, which is a statewide fund. So that's really the group that I oversee, get to work with a talented team each day to make a difference in entrepreneurs around MSU and the state. And we partner with the foundation in terms of placement and also with respect to incubators too, and they kind of see that real estate side. So just a very unique and cool ecosystem we have here in mid-Michigan to be proud of.
Well, it really is. And of course, it's a great place to have it right here next to MSU and as part of MSU. Let's talk a little bit about this because it's interesting. And let me iterate first for the audience. It's not just that startups are great and they help the economy. It's that they oftentimes, more often than not, grow into second stage and third stage companies, and that is employment-based, tax-based, and all the things that makes a community be very vibrant. So let's talk a little bit about why startup early stage funding is booming here in the Midwest and what that actually means. So David, what's your take on that?
Well, it's probably better to have Jeff answer that. I think I think one interesting piece of all of this is interesting timing to your question about spinning technology out of universities that I thought would be really important to talk on. And the timing is that Bob Dole just passed away 2 days ago. But Bob Dole and Birch Bayh, bipartisan legislation in 1980 was what made all this possible. And what happened was federal funding that went to research universities through the BiDole Act allowed the universities to hold the technology and hold the intellectual property that was created by the universities. And I think what we're seeing is many universities in the Midwest continue to have increased numbers of research dollars from the federal level, the state level, that are driving more innovations. I think there's an increased number in partnerships. Certainly MSU is driving hard at partnerships with hospitals, with companies, with organizations that want to create new things to make the world a better place. And I think what's driving the funding is just the onslaught of new inventions, new innovations that are coming into the market. And I think also, I think the venture and the capital community is also looking, there's a lot of great universities in the Midwest. And I think they're really starting to look at many of the great innovations that are being created by universities in the Midwest.
Well, Jeff, let's talk about that a little bit and why Michigan in particular right now.
Yeah, so great news for Michigan. There's been a lot of effort put forth by angels and startup ecosystems. And I think we were just recognized by Crunchbase as one of the fastest growing states in terms of the percentage of VC funding. I think they highlighted universities and talent, the STEM talent in major metro areas as part of the momentum we have here in Michigan. So we're part of a really cool time. And I think we're just trying to be a value-added player in this space. We made 32 investments in startups last year. These early stage companies, there's more innovation going on than ever before, even with COVID, and they need that early stage support. So we have an active pipeline where we try to separate ourselves with the support of the foundation, because we not only invest, but we try to support them and really provide them the tools to get to the next level of commercialization.
Well, I'll tell you, you guys are doing a great job, and funding startups up almost 700%. Congratulations on that. Dave Washburn, Executive Director of the Michigan State University Foundation, and Jeff Wesley, good to see you again, my friend, Executive Director of Red Cedar Ventures, both here in East Lansing. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman. We'll be right back.